Welcome. We're going to be talking about Clavicular today, or Clav for boomers. Clav is a very interesting guy. I would say the biggest guy on the internet right now. One thing about Clav is it's ridiculously hard to know what you see online is real. Because basically other people will edit and clip the video and there's a lot of clickbait. So it is very hard to grasp on like who he is, like what is he doing, what his beliefs are. But like more about Clav, he's a Looksmaxxer, and we'll kind of get into Looksmaxxing. He has a girlfriend named Violet, but I'm pretty sure he cheats on her like every other day, but he's always with a new girl. Yeah, so he basically streams his whole life. He got arrested on a domestic assault charge. He never hit anybody, but like the whole thing is like he set up his girlfriend to beat up this other person on his mugshot. It said he was 5'11", not 6'2", so people were like, he's short. Personally, I don't think 5'11's that short. You can round up to 6 feet and no one will question you. And he uses height boosters on his shoes.
And you'll still height max? Yeah, sometimes.
So he's wearing high heels, which make him taller. So like Clav started Looksmaxxing when he was in high school.
I started with 300 milligrams of testosterone, and I did that for a while, up until I was 16.
I'm not going to say like, hey, this is bad. I have not done enough research. One thing I will say about this though, it almost takes the beauty out of life. He takes like stimulant drugs to produce dopamine, and a lot of these things are not natural. For a lot of these like natural chemical releases, he's not doing them naturally. And Clav says test and peptides are like something you should do. Like, why wouldn't you do?
What drug do you think everyone should take?
Testosterone, 100%. I think everyone should be on testosterone.
Also, like, we can get into Looksmaxxing.
Like, this is like literally a video game cheat code.
It's the process of maximizing one's own physical attractiveness, making yourself hot, making yourself sexy. In Looksmaxxing, there's two types of Looksmaxxing. There's soft maxing and there's hard maxing. And soft maxing is like taking a shower every day, doing skincare, going to the gym. Hard maxing is like getting surgeries, like a boob job. Another thing like PDs. I think the difference between soft maxing and hard maxing is like very subjective, because Clav, he'll go,
I would actually place peptides in the soft max tier.
The community of Looksmaxxing has the weirdest lingo of all time. I was like doing some research, and I came across this video by YBC Too Cold. Crazy YouTube name. I'll be kind of ranked the different types of maxing. There's a few that like are kind of mainstream now, like gesture maxing, which is like being funny. And the problem I have with this lingo is like gesture maxing lessens the extent. It's just a poor word because it has such a broad meaning. Like it can be funny, hilarious, but it can also mean you're being weird, you're doing too much. It doesn't differentiate if the person is funny or if they're just doing stupid stuff. It's just add max on everything. Like geomaxing, oh, traveling. But no, it's like you're traveling to improve your dating record. There's a word for that already. Why are we adding max on the end of it? But it's funny. Like game maxing to improve one's skills at a game. Yeah, it's like the social game. Here's one that I actually came across. There's tiptoe max. There's tiptoe maxing, which is like a real thing. So it's like when you're supposed to take your height maxing shoes off, and then you have to hide the fact that you're not actually that as tall as you were with the height maxing shoes. You just kind of stand on your tippy toes, and you want to wear baggy pants. It will hide the fact that you're on your tippy toes. I'm gonna be fucking tiptoe maxing everywhere. If you guys see me, I'm gonna be on my tippy toes. I'm gonna be on my tippy toes and shoes. Okay, so I decided to make some more after tiptoe max. Soda stream maxing, it's when you make hella sparkling water. We got poop maxing, when you have really good shits and you also drink a ton of black coffee, so you just shit everything out. And like I took a gas X, that would be considered the hard maxing of shit maxing. Or like that's more fart maxing. Gotta talk about Clav. I call him a hypocrite because he'll say stuff and then revert back. For example,
Goals are one of the more cope things. I've always been someone who is super goal driven.
I show this because he is talking out of his ass at the time. So you gotta take everything he says with a grain of salt, but I don't think people are. I mean, like, you see how many people are on peptides, and like you really have to be skeptical of like these new kind of sciences, especially when they're telling you, like, put this in your body. I don't think Looksmaxxing is necessarily bad, but it's more what he says about not Looksmaxxing. His view on women is very concerning. It's clear he does not think women are equal to men. You know, he's said we have to revert back to the man being best or the leader.
right? It's been male-dominated societies, and that's sort of what needs to be restored.
It's not just this clip. There's a lot more. He also promotes his ideal woman to be a virgin.
What do you think's the ideal body count for a I would say that having any previous sexual encounters is not good.
He goes and says, not a sexist take, it's about pair bonding. I don't know pair bonding. If you don't know what pair bonding is, it's basically like the bond you have between a pair. And an argument is like, if a person has a partner, especially a woman, they say it's different in men. The amount of partners, it diminishes that pair bonding, right? And it's not the same in men because apparently they can differentiate between casual sex and sex romantically. It's a theory. It's not a law. So this isn't proven. So to use that argument, it's a little half-assed, and he states it as a fact. Also, a lot of these studies done on rodents, and I'm not here to go out and say pair bonding isn't a thing or that your previous partners doesn't affect how you connect with another person, but also like in these studies it says, yeah, there's also other factors. There's the how, the when, like when did it happen, what age were you, like what happened during the relationship. There's other factors just than having a quote-unquote body. I think a lot of people see Clav and they think insecurity, like he's doing this because he's insecure. I don't think Clav is insecure. I think he has one of the biggest egos, and I think when he sees a flaw, it's like, oh, I shouldn't have that flaw, well, let's just fix it. If there's anyone that can fix it, I can fix it. He's always using the case, oh, these normies.
I just don't trust a lot of normies' IQ to be able to use this reasonably.
He talks down on so many people. He has also says stuff that's obviously political. Like he's pro-authoritarian government. He says we need to revert back to the Catholic Church. We need more authority.
Well, yeah, and that's like people moving away from religion, like the Catholic Church. I think that there's a lot of benefit to having some sort of like structure in play in a society.
It's clear, like through these actions, he doesn't view humans as normal people. I think he thinks he's better than everyone else. And I think that's really scary. He spews a lot of these right-leaning neoconservative ideas, and it's radicalizing people. Expanding on that point, like he's spreading this message. It's not just like we need a structure in our society, which kind of implies the authoritarian. He also has a us versus them mentality. And I'm not saying he's a neoconservative, right? But what I am saying is almost a jumping off point for these people. It is an introductory into neoconservatism. It's a gateway to these political thoughts. Yeah, and then that combined with the role of religion, it's very big in these neoconservative ideals. A counter argument to this like neoconservative idea is that he kind of pushed people to support Gavin Newsom instead of J.D. Vance. To that I say he's still promoting the ideas and promoting the pathway to neoconservatism. And when he says, I don't like politics, I think politics are dumb.
One of my main sayings and one of the most popular things that I've ever said is politics is jester.
He's not addressing the problem. Politics are everywhere. Politics are in this video. Politics are in where I live. Politics are in how I get to school. Everything is politics. You can't say take the politics out of stuff because you can't. Especially when you're promoting like Looksmaxxing and like when you're dealing with psychology, which he does. He's like, Looksmaxxing will help you improve your life. It will make people treat you better.
We could talk about, some of the jobs that I've worked and the respect that I've gained from just having a little bit more presence in my life from, some of the pharmaceuticals I've taken. Literally the best thing that anyone could do.
So when he says he's not political, he is. Also, one other thing I want to say, he is incredibly soul-sucking to listen to. I was listening to this guy, my emotion was gone. The way he speaks, maybe, because there's no emotion behind those eyes. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this video because we're just touching the surface of Clav. I think he's a very interesting and complex figure, and there's a reason why he's viral. An example of this is how he just OD'd.
Holy man. Do you want to go? I do it.
This literally happened yesterday while I was editing. Hence the different camera angle, the different clothes. It's scary. This isn't the first time. Like I think his dad had said something about it.
My dad said full-blown drug addict sad. My dad said that.
Dad, I'm making money. What the fuck do you want me to do?
It's very scary. It seems that he's not only leading the youth down a dangerous path, but he's also going down a very dangerous path. And I really hope he figures this out and he kind of stops all these recreational drugs that he's been doing. Yeah, it's very, very scary. I hope he's okay. And one last thing about Clav. I mean, we've seen such change even like a year ago, like his demeanor, the way he acts. So, like, I wonder if he thought like this when he was a kid, and who knows? I don't really know where he goes from here because I think he's a very interesting and complex figure, and there's a reason why he's viral. Yeah, ultimately, I don't like him, but I understand why he's famous. Yeah.